I want to talk about why I stopped teaching Transcendental Meditation. And just to give a little backstory, I grew up with Transcendental Meditation. I learned the children's technique when I was 4 years old. When I turned 10, I learned the technique that adults practice. And when you're 10 years old, you practice for 10 minutes twice a day. And I've been meditating regularly now since 1998, but irregularly, probably since like 1990. I think the fall of 1995 is when I really started it, doing it consistently. And my parents, they were teaching when I was growing up. My mom still teaches, and my grandparents practiced it. Even my great-grandparents were practicing Transcendental Meditation, or TM for short. And this is something that was really important to me for many, many years, that all I wanted to do was to teach TM, and I thought I would be doing it for the rest of my life because it had such a huge, beautiful impact on my personal life and my experiences and my just overall happiness. And so why would I stop teaching something that I love so much and really, truly thought I would be doing forever? I was teaching at one of the busiest TM centers in the country in Los Angeles in 2018 when I stopped and actually left and went back to a Transcendental Meditation community in Fairfield, Iowa, where I had gone to school at Maharishi International University. And so I've been like really working and studying within the TM community for 25 years. Since January 1st, 1998 is when I started working full-time in the TM organization in various capacities. And it's been a beautiful journey, and I'm so grateful for every moment of it. And, so much of my friends and family and community are part of that circle. And a few years ago, I had some personal experiences that really started to shift the course of my life. And so really the long story short is that I just became more clear about my sort of soul's purpose and journey. And this happens a lot when people, witness death or have experiences of loss or grief. You really start to reflect on your own mortality. And this happened to me in like 2016. My dad and then my grandmother passed away. And then I experienced a few other losses that were quite traumatic and shocking to me, and really made me sort of open up to or awaken to what really I want to do in this lifetime and what I see myself doing. And it was at first, something that I thought maybe I could do along with teaching Transcendental Meditation. But then over time, it started to become more obvious and clear to me that and in order to sort of do a lot of the work that I wanted to do, I would probably end up stepping away from or leaving a career of teaching. And I did actually step away in 2019. So it's not like suddenly, but I did step away from teaching, and I was working with another branch of the organization that teaches Transcendental Meditation to help actually make TM more available to more people. And so that was a really big joy, because it is something, like I said, that's so beneficial for me. I've experienced so much increased creativity, increased happiness, perspective, intuition, just love, and just what I feel is sort of inner guidance and clarity in my life. And so it's really been priceless. And the main thing, one of the most beautiful aspects of TM is the level of rest that you get during it, because you're actually awake as you're meditating, and yet your mind and body is settling down to get a level of rest that can be so profound. And yet there's this inner wakefulness. So you experience more settled levels of consciousness. Whereas when we go to sleep at night, it's like lights out and we don't remember the time that we were awake, except for maybe some dreams that we had. And so this allows us to have this experience of like stillness and settled awareness, but this expansion of consciousness. And there's a lot of scientific research on TM, and I'm not going to spend the whole video talking about TM and what it is. You can look up yourself at tm.org, and I'll put some links in the description for this video if you do want to hear a proper introductory talk. So there are also a lot of like advanced techniques of TM and retreats and schools and courses, and there's different aspects of knowledge that Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the founder of the Transcendental Meditation program, brought out over the years, including Ayurvedic medicine. He was very instrumental in bringing that knowledge about this ancient system of healthcare out from India and really reviving it in India as well, working with the top experts in Ayurvedic medicine, as well as Western medical doctors and scientists and everyone. Since he started teaching Transcendental Meditation in like the late 50s, 60s, 70s, he was very interested in having a full system of knowledge in healthcare. And it's absolutely brilliant. I love every program, every Ayurvedic modality, every course that I've ever taken that was a Maharishi program, especially the Ayurveda. That's what I got my degree in, was the study of consciousness in Ayurvedic medicine. And I will make other videos about that because it's a fascinating topic and it's been tremendously beneficial in helping me to the best I've ever felt in my life. The best I've ever felt in my life was when I was doing Ayurvedic treatments called Panchakarma. So I'm going to talk about that specifically in another video. But even just a few months ago, I did a retreat at a TM facility a little bit northeast of London in Rendlesham, UK, called the Maharishi Peace Palace. I'll put the link in the description as well. And it was such a beautiful experience because it was just kind of a little refresher on every aspect of the science of consciousness and even the building itself, the Sthapatya Veda architecture, the Vastu architecture, that a lot of the TM centers are operating out of, these buildings that were built according to ancient principles to support the growth and development of consciousness for the inhabitants and the people doing meditation or retreats in the buildings. So someday I really, 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 really want to have like a full wellness center that is built according to these principles. And I have a whole design in my head and many, many things that I want to do. But that is one. I want to have like a retreat and residence facility. Who knows, maybe you'll end up living there someday. But I've lived in a lot of different TM communities. And in Fairfield, Iowa, for example, there's a big community where Maharishi International University is. And there's like a big sustainable living program. So like permaculture, computer science is actually offered there as well, writing, creative arts, many, many different, degree programs are at the university. And there's even like a K through 12 school as well in the adjacent campus. And I was just going to say that it is important to learn Transcendental Meditation from a certified teacher. There are many reasons. Since I made a video about stopping my career with the TM organization, I've seen many of their videos on YouTube trying to teach it, and they don't do it justice. It's really, really important to learn from somebody in person. So I just want to leave you on that note and wish you well. And I'm very happy to be sharing and exploring other avenues of knowledge and even techniques that I have found really beneficial the last few years as I've been recovering from trauma and really deeply healing and working through even childhood trauma and other wounds. So I utilize a lot of tools. That's really the point as well. And I want to be able to do that freely and to be able to talk about it and express it and also teach some freely. So that's a big part of the reason why also that I stopped teaching one specific technique that I wholly love and still practice on a daily basis. But I just thought I'd share. Okay, have a great day.